It was a scene straight out of a nightmare. A Boeing 787 Dreamliner flight AI-171 burst into flames minutes after takeoff from Ahmedabad Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Airport on June 12. The aircraft bound for London had 242 people on board, but less than 60 seconds in the air, something went terribly wrong. The aircraft rose only 625 feet before it began losing altitude. It nosedived into a residential neighborhood in Meghani Nagar. Flames rose from rooftops and so did screams. Dozens dead and the rest critically injured, missing, or still being pulled from debris. And an entire city left in shock. India's skies have seen devastation before. The wreckage of flight AI-171 now joins a long list, one written in soot and silence. But this isn't the first time the national carrier has faced a deadly disaster. Over the decades, Air India has seen some of the most catastrophic air tragedies in Indian aviation: mechanical failures, weather disasters, cockpit miscommunication, and terrorist attacks. Each crash has added a page to a history no airline wants to write. Let's rewind through the worst of them. Back in 1978, on the very first day of the year, a massive Boeing 747 Air India Flight 855 crashed into the Arabian Sea minutes after takeoff from Mumbai. The flight departed Mumbai for Dubai. Barely a minute into takeoff, one of the aircraft's attitude indicators failed. The co-pilot saw nothing wrong, but the captain, disoriented, tilted the plane steeply, believing they were banking dangerously. Within seconds, the Boeing 747 lost control and spiraled into the Arabian Sea. 213 people were killed, not a single survivor. The seafloor became their grave. The crash forced Indian aviation to relook at cockpit teamwork and training. Go even further back to 1966. Air India Flight 101 slammed into Mont Blanc in France. The plane was on its way to London, but it never made it past the snow-clad peak. Pilots thought they had cleared the mountain, but poor visibility and an altimeter error proved fatal. All 117 people on board died instantly, including India's top nuclear scientist, Dr. Homi Bhabha, a man considered the father of India's atomic program. Wreckage scattered across icy cliffs, inaccessible for days. To this day, bits of debris are occasionally recovered by climbers, a tragic combination of bad weather, navigation errors, and autopilot failure. Air India Flight 182 in 1985 was blown up mid-air over the Atlantic. The Boeing 747 was en route from Canada to India. A Khalistani terror group smuggled a bomb into the cargo. The explosion tore the aircraft apart. All 329 people on board died. It remained one of the worst acts of aviation terrorism in history. Even today, survivors' families await full justice. In 2010, Air India Express Flight 812 from Dubai overshot the runway in Mangalore. The aircraft plunged into a gorge and exploded. Only 8 people survived, 158 perished. Just 10 years later, in 2020, another Air India Express flight, IX1344, met a similar fate. Returning from Dubai under the Vande Bharat mission, the flight landed in heavy rain at Kozhikode. It skidded off the runway and broke into two. 21 people died, including both the pilots. Now, in 2025, another name is added to the grim list: Ahmedabad. Another jet full of lives grounded before it could rise. Investigators have begun the probe. Was it mechanical failure, a bird hit, a human error? But for now, there are only questions and silence. And that gut-punching feeling that this keeps happening again and again. And Air India once again is promising answers. But for those who lost loved ones, for those who waited at Gatwick Airport from welcome placards, For the families who watched the news unfold in disbelief, no answer will be enough.